You can see, look at this guy. You can see his light flashing before his eyes. And then he's got a handgun. He's got a Glock there, which is, that's the same face he made when he held Eric for the first time. Trump has 3 guns registered in his name, and he doesn't even know how to hold one.
Remember when Trump said he could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and kill someone and not lose any supporters? In the most recent episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, Jimmy Kimmel discussed some of the most unusual episodes involving Donald Trump, including the strange picture of him foaming at the mouth and the revocation of his gun license. He achieved this by cracking sharp and clever jokes that really penetrated Trump's massive ego. Not holding back, Kimmel chastised Trump for his actions at the NBA Media Day, where he once again put on a show.
It's not something I ever need to see again. I think I need to see that again. It's
November 5th, 2024. November 5th, 2024.
Oh.
I apologize, but seeing Trump spew hate speech was repulsive. We reflect on how American, British, and Canadian soldiers attacked the Normandy beaches in an attempt to preserve liberty, as we mark the 80th anniversary of D-Day. By contrast, Donald Trump famously declined to pay respects to American soldiers buried in France in 2018, due to his dislike of getting his hair wet, calling them losers and suckers. President Biden honored our valiant soldiers in Normandy today. Kimmel had to crack a joke about it.
Donald Trump in 2018 infamously opted not to visit the graves of American soldiers in France because he didn't want to get his hair wet. Also, he called them suckers and losers. That's not a joke, even though the only thing that he ever stormed was Daniels. But
according to his merit, Trump did succeed in writing a kind message this morning. We pay tribute to the eternal heroes who arrived in Normandy 80 years ago today. The D-Day soldiers will go down in history as some of the most courageous, honorable, and outstanding Americans to have ever lived. In defense of American freedom, hundreds of people gave their lives and spilled blood. They will always hold a special place in our hearts. Kimmel pointed out how ironic this sincere homage was, in light of Trump's disparaging comments made just a day before. Then we got the funnier version from Jimmy Kimmel.
I've gone through, no one has ever gone through. I have been under siege. And wasn't Steven Seagal fantastic in that movie? I mean...
Pungent Donald Trump. That's an exaggerated statement that doesn't really make sense. Is it true that you published this 12 hours ago? Are you genuinely of the opinion that your experiences are unparalleled? This kind of self-promotion is not unusual, yet this past weekend it still caught us off guard. Trump is scheduled to attend a famous Beverly Hills fundraiser in California as the guest of honor. It's anticipated that significant skepticism would arise from the requirement that each guest contribute a substantial $250,000. Jimmy Kimmel provides a lighthearted analysis of the exorbitant price.
But you know, it's not every day you get a chance to take a selfie with a convicted felon who can't control his gas. And then on Saturday...
Trump's plan in California includes not just holding another fundraiser in Newport Beach on Saturday, but also co-hosting an event with Palmer Luckey, the creator of Oculus 5, who goes by the hilarious nickname Billy Ray V. Palmer Luckey is renowned for his ingenuity and entrepreneurial spirit when it comes to virtual reality technology. His involvement in the gala underscores the continued collaboration between tech entrepreneurs and political players, as he has already shown outspoken support for Trump. The Newport Beach event is expected to attract a wide range of prominent people, such as wealthy donors, business executives, and political allies. The event's main goal is to generate a substantial sum of money for Trump's political activities, particularly in light of his potential 2024 presidential bid. The high cost of the tickets is a reflection of both the exclusive nature of the event and the significant funding required to run a successful campaign. Trump is incredibly pleased about the fundraiser, almost too exuberant, judging from his recent public appearances, to the point where he's making Jimmy jokes. We'll see if his zeal for Kimmel translates into an opportunity to further ridicule Trump.
Yeller himself, he's so fired up, he's foaming at the mouth.
We will take back our country on November 5th, 2024.
Oh my God. It's not something I ever need to see again.
Oh my God. I would never ever want to see that in this place again. Jimmy originally says he doesn't want to see it, which makes it hilarious when he changes his mind and watches it on Zoom.
Oh my God. It's not something I ever need to see again. I think I need to see that again.
November 5th, 2024.
Oh, poor Melania. I'm so sorry, everybody.
I apologize if you were forced to see that again. But Trump has a history of irrational behavior. After making those films public, he clarified that the intention was to expose Trump's team's incompetence, rather than just mock the outgoing president, even though he did enjoy doing so. It serves as a stark reminder of Trump's assertion that he only selects the top applicants. Moving forward, there are reports indicating that Trump has narrowed down his list of potential vice presidential candidates to 4 guys. One of our own senators, Senator Marco Rubio of Florida, is alleged to be among the top 4.
His list of potential running mates down to 4 contenders. They are all men. The rumored final 4 said to be in contention are Florida Senator Marco Rubio.
We have a con artist as the front runner in the Republican Party. I mean, this guy bankrupted a casino. How do you bankrupt a casino?
Recently, Senator Marco Rubio underwent what many are referring to as a MAGA reinvention, closely aligning himself on several issues with the former President Donald Trump. Rubio is now hesitant to declare that he will accept the results of the 2024 election, despite having voted to certify the 2020 election results. When it comes to immigration, this apparent hesitancy is a big change from his previous, more direct endorsement of the democratic process. Given Rubio's prior positions on important issues like immigration policy, aid to Ukraine, and accepting election outcomes, this change is particularly noticeable. Rubio has undergone a significant shift. He now fully supports Trump's stringent deportation objectives, having previously believed that mass deportation was an impossible tactic. This shift is alarming because Rubio had previously positioned himself as a more moderate voice on immigration, advocating for practical solutions as opposed to strict legislation. Rubio, who is well known for his combative views and advocacy of a strong U.S. presence overseas, has also undergone a substantial change in his views on foreign policy. He most recently voted against providing aid to Ukraine. This decision contrasts sharply with his prior support for U.S. involvement in foreign issues and aligns him with the isolationist tendencies of many Trump supporters. Rubio reportedly wants to be on Trump's ticket if the former president decides to run for office again, according to insiders. Behind the scenes, the senator's political re-evaluation has not gone unnoticed by his opponents and colleagues. Rubio's increasingly vocal support for Trump and his policies has been fueling rumors that his shift is a calculated attempt to win over Trump's base ahead of the 2024 elections. Many see this as an attempt to establish himself as a loyal ally. Furthermore, there are reports that Rubio's sudden turnabout and his newfound affiliation with Trump are creating rifts within his own camp, with some of his long-standing aide supporters losing faith in him. Because of this internal strife, Rubio may have difficulties managing his political destiny. Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio will speak next.
Ohio Senator J.D. Vance.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. I can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious.
On Twitter, Vance called Trump, quote, reprehensible, an idiot.
J.D. Vance's transformation from a vocal opponent of Donald Trump to a passionate supporter of his Senate campaign has been quite the journey. Just a few weeks before Trump's election, Vance publicly voiced his hatred for the billionaire's candidature, making no attempt to hide it. To add to the mystery, Vance was seen on stage with Trump at a recent event in Ohio, enthusiastically receiving the former president's endorsement. Rumors have it that Vance's sudden shift of focus was driven by factors other than merely political calculation. According to insiders, Vance is intentionally trying to link himself with the powerful Trump wing of the Republican Party in order to see the larger picture. This alignment is believed to be a component of a bigger plan to establish a stronghold in the event that Trump makes a political comeback in 2024. Within the political community, there are whispers that Vance's long-standing advisors and allies, many of whom valued his early resistance to Trump, are angry over his sudden loyalty. As Vance navigates his political career, balancing new and old allegiances while simultaneously moving on to other candidates, this internal turmoil could cause him problems. Interview. Despite his previous criticisms of Trump, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum took center stage at Donald Trump's recent campaign rally in Wildwood, New Jersey. His prominent appearance has sparked speculation that he remains a potential candidate for Trump's shortlist for a running mate. Adding to the intrigue, there are reports that Burgum has been meeting privately with key members of Trump's team aiming to secure a position of influence. These behind-the-scenes discussions suggest that Burgum is not only seeking a spot on the ticket, but is also positioning himself for a significant role in a potential Trump administration. Additionally, Burgum's shift in allegiance has caused a stir among his longtime supporters in North Dakota, while some view his alignment with Trump as a strategic move. Others feel it contradicts his earlier independent stance. Rumors also suggest that major donors previously hesitant about Trump are now reconsidering their support due to birth endorsement. This shift in donor sentiment could impact the dynamics of Trump's campaign. These developments highlight Governor Doug Burg's strategic positioning as he navigates the shifting political landscape in the United States. In fourth place, Tim Scott, a South Carolina senator.
Dakota Governor Doug Burgum.
Would you ever do business with Donald Trump?
I don't think so.
Why?
I just think that it's important that you're judged by the company you keep.
Tim Scott has supported Donald Trump from the start. This is surprising because Ted Cruz isn't among Trump's most ardent supporters, though some have been less trustworthy than others. Trump's legal issues have prevented him from entering some nations and revoked his ability to carry a concealed weapon. Think about the fact that someone who cannot hide a weapon is allowed to handle nuclear weapons. It's like being told that if you have outstanding grades, you'll get a werewolf, but you can't have a dog. Trump will have to use a crossbow if he wants to shoot someone on Fifth Avenue because he was forced to give up 2 of his guns, including the ones he had in New York. That's all for now. Despite having 3 firearms registered in his name, Trump doesn't seem to be very proficient with them. Take a look at him holding a Glock. He doesn't appear to have ever seen a pistol. That was probably the same look on his face the first time he held his son, Eric. What do you think of the latest events in Trump's world? Do you think this is the usual process for the former president? Or are you surprised by the potential running mates he is considering? Please use the area provided below to express your thoughts. Await the next update from us. We are grateful that you watched the video, and we look forward to meeting you soon. It is up to us to make America safe again. She might feel that way because, a lot of women insist that the husband behave like the wife. I've stated that Ivanka is an extremely beautiful baby, and if she weren't my daughter, maybe I would be dating her. But would you fire Mara and tell her to start working out if she put on this much weight because you don't believe she's that good? She fits into the 4th or 5th category in my opinion. I don't like her appearance now. I used to enjoy how she looked. If you think Trump can alter her appearance, watch this video.